If you have invested in Bittensor TAO or you're still thinking about investing in this token, then you won't want to miss this video, as we will be looking at how rich you could become if you invested just $1,000 in the TAO tokens today. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. Welcome to Bittensor TAO News. In this video, we will explore Bittensor TAO's potential and consider how much you might get in return if you invested $1,000 in Bittensor TAO today and held it until the 2025 bull run. Also, we will take a look at what Bittensor actually is, how it performs today, and what it intends to accomplish in the future. This video also contains some price estimates, both conservative and realistic, as well as some more optimistic predictions. Using these examples, you can get a good idea of how much wealth you may be able to accumulate with $1,000, or what kind of position you may reach mid and long term. Bittensor is undoubtedly a project to watch closely. So, join us as we uncover the fascinating world of Bittensor and discover how it is changing the landscape of AI and blockchain forever. Please note that this is not financial advice, and this video is for information and entertainment purposes only. If you find this information entertaining, please like, subscribe, and share our channel. With that being said, let's get to the content of today's video. So what is Bittensor? Bittensor is a decentralized artificial intelligence platform that enables developers to deploy finely tuned machine learning models on a network. Through this process, the native token of Bittensor, called TAO, is mined. Miners are incentivized based on the quality of their machine learning models, which is determined through consensus among a group of independent validators. The more value a model provides to the network, the higher the miner's reward. Validators must meet specific criteria to be trusted by the network and are continually tested on the accuracy of their provided information. This process requires expensive hardware and uses a considerable amount of energy. However, unlike most proof-of-work crypto projects, this effort is not wasted. For example, Bitcoin mining has been compared to solving a Sudoku puzzle, where thousands of miners race to complete the puzzle as quickly as possible. The miner who solves the puzzle first is rewarded with Bitcoin. The electrical energy and processing power used by the other 1,000 miners who lost the puzzle is wasted, and the puzzle that has been solved has no inherent value. Bittensor uses the electrical energy and computing power from their mining process to create a machine learning language model similar to OpenAI's GPT-3. Unlike Bitcoin mining, all mining on the Bittensor network provides value and contributes to improving the model. OpenAI is now owned by Microsoft, and Google has its own machine learning language model. Bittensor aims to create a foundation language learning model that can be used by large corporations like Microsoft and Google, as well as small fintech startups. This is not as unlikely as it may seem, since Bitcoin mining uses 91 terawatt-hours of electricity annually, which is almost as much as the United Arab Emirates, a country with a population of close to 10 million people. Depending on who you ask, Bitcoin consumes more energy and computing power than the top 500 supercomputers combined. Imagine if this computing power was used to train AI models. It could revolutionize the world as we know it. The real-world use case for the TAO token is to ensure that anyone who wants to interact with the platform must hold TAO. The Bittensor TAO Foundation, OpenTensor, will demonstrate the progress they have made on their language model by releasing ChatTensor, a ChatGPT-inspired chatbot running exclusively on the Bittensor Foundation language model. ChatTensor's purpose is to showcase the Bittensor team's progress and demonstrate proof of concept. In the long run, the Bittensor team aims to have private companies create ChatTensor-like chatbots on the platform and use TAO to pay for the computing power. The growth cycle for Bittensor works as follows. A small company builds a ChatTensor user interface app that is connected to the Bittensor API. To use the network, this small company must hold a certain number of TAO tokens and pay a small fee in TAO for each query. Customers download the app and pay a small fee in fiat currency for each query, which increases the value of the TAO token by giving it a use case. Other small companies start building rival ChatTensor's apps in different niches, and they must also hold a certain number of TAO tokens and pay for the bandwidth of each query. This will raise the price of TAO and encourages the deployment of better models on the Bittensor network as more experienced and talented developers to develop models. This is an example of what growth for Bittensor could look like. Before we continue, if you are finding this information valuable and would like to support a small group of creators who believe that powerful tools like AI should be accessible to all, rather than controlled by a select few large tech companies, please consider making a donation through the links provided in the description below. Your support will help us continue to create and share educational content that promotes transparency and accessibility in the field of AI. At the time of this video, the current price of TAO is $88 with a market cap of $350 million. This puts it at number 130 in market cap value. TAO is one of the most valuable tokens in the blockchain space. However, the value of TAO is not just based on its market cap or price. It is also based on the unique approach to decentralization that Bittensor brings to the table. To make our calculations easier to follow, we will use the price of $100 per TAO token. With its unique approach to decentralization and thriving ecosystem, Bittensor is one of the most promising projects in the blockchain space today, with considerable potential for growth in the coming years. The According to some experts, the bear prediction sees Bittensor's price reaching $1,000 in 2025, a 10x increase from the current price. This would mean that 10 TAO tokens you bought for $1,000 are now worth $10,000. This prediction is based on the assumption that Bittensor's adoption will remain relatively low, and that the overall market conditions for cryptocurrencies will remain flat. The base case sees a 40x increase to $4,000, assuming that Bittensor's adoption grows steadily over the next few years, and the overall market for cryptocurrencies experiences moderate growth. This 40x is what you would expect to see from leading projects in a strong narrative during a bull run. This would mean that the 10 TAO tokens that you bought for $1,000 are now worth $40,000. Some projects within this narrative are already 40x, for example, Vayot. If you had bought a $1,000 Vayot token in November 2022, it would be worth $40,000 today. During this time, Bittensor has done a 4x, so a lot more room for growth. At this point in the video, we think it's important to mention that the majority of AI projects whose value has increased since the release of ChatGPT have absolutely nothing to do with chatbots or foundation language learning models like GPT-3. They are just riding this AI crypto bandwagon, and at some point, people will realize this. Bittensor is a foundation language learning model at its core like GPT-3, and it is building ChatTensor, which is a chatbot similar to ChatGPT. This will tick all the boxes coming into the next bull run. Now for our bullish prediction, this sees Bittensor potentially reaching $20,000 in the 2025 bull run, a 200x increase from the current price. This would mean that your 10 TAO tokens that you bought for $1,000 are now worth $200,000, not quite a millionaire but life-changing money. This isn't as unrealistic as it seems. Some experts have stated that since TAO isn't listed on any centralized or decentralized exchanges, it hasn't been through the price discovery stage, and its true value could be closer to $1,000. Some other driving forces could be that the SEC may continue to crack down on unregulated securities, making proof-of-work projects much more appealing to investors. Lastly, as you know, the tokenomics of Bittensor are identical to Bitcoin, and the first Bittensor halving is November 2025. Cryptos usually rally leading up to a halving. Bittensor's decentralized approach to artificial intelligence has the potential to revolutionize the AI industry. Its unique platform provides greater scalability, flexibility, and data privacy and security, setting it apart from traditional AI platforms. With its focus on embedding-based machine learning and plans to allow individuals to create their subnetworks, Bittensor is undoubtedly a project to watch closely in the coming years. With solid foundations for significant growth in the coming years, Bittensor's unique approach to decentralization and potential to transform the AI industry make it a compelling project worth considering for investors in the blockchain space. In conclusion, the development of ChatTensor by Bittensor is exciting news for the crypto community, and it is shaping up to be a game-changer in the world of decentralized communication. Bittensor is taking the first steps in creating a system that will allow for more seamless communication between decentralized networks, making it easier for the everyday person to use blockchain technology. The real token utility provided by the use of TAO tokens will give users more incentive to use the platform, further driving its growth. So, for those who are considering investing in TAO, this is a prime opportunity to get in on the ground floor of a promising project. The development of ChatTensor could lead to an explosion in value for TAO, and now is the time to get involved. With the crypto market constantly evolving, it's important to keep an eye on projects that have the potential to change the game, and ChatTensor by Bittensor is one such project.